All right, man. We're gonna talk about what Brad Holmes said about drafting Jameson Williams, but also Jameson Williams' doctor says that he should look like $1 million after having the surgery. All right, so he said he should look good after having that surgery. So let's see. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel. Said Jameson Williams. Sergeant says Lions wide receiver wants to play in first preseason game. The Lions will likely proceed with caution when bringing Williamson along during his recovery process. It says that when Detroit Lions selected University of Alabama receiver Jameson Williams in the 12th overall pick in 2022 draft, much of the skepticism over the move was tied to the fact that Williams was only a few months removed from the ACL surgery. All right, we all know that. He said Dave recorded free press talk to surgeon who worked with Williams in January. He said Jameson goal was to play the first preseason game. Obviously, said Dr. Lyle Kane of Andrews Sports Medicine Orthopedic Center in at Birmingham, Alabama. Quote, I told him, I said, look, depending on which team you go to, most teams are probably they're going to be very conservative. You got to understand that. He'll get talked into it, but I know he's in the mind said he's going to be ready game one. So, um, so he said I caught up with the doctor who did Jameson Williams AC surgery, shared some insight on the injury recovery and the Williams Detroit and the recovery and what Detroit Lions can expect from the receiver. He'll look like $1 million. So, that's what they counting on. And like I said before, they should proceed with caution. It's common sense. That's common sense. They should proceed with caution. People will tell me, "Oh, just throw him in there." Like, bro, do you know this franchise's history? Do you know these franchises' history? Why would they? Why would they? Even take that chance? Ask yourself that. Why would they take that chance? He go out there and completely blow out his knee, and then y'all talk about he had busting all that. And the Lions didn't drafted people with bad knees before. Ryan Bros, the slot receiver out of Oklahoma, has several knee injuries. People tend to forget. He had several knee injuries and couldn't hack it. Titus Young had mental health injuries. I'm pretty sure they did their homework on Titus Young and found out that he had mental health injuries, mental health issues, excuse me. And they still took him. So they got a history of taking receivers who took years off, like Mike Williams and all that. They got a history. They got a history. And that's why, people that's been around the sport for a long time are very skeptical, or been Lions fans for a long time, been very skeptical, because when they do take risks, they take risks on injury prone players. When they do take risks, they take risks on injury prone players. And that's kind of where the caution comes from. And I think you could say it's something beyond caution. That's what I can say. I think it's something that's beyond caution. I think a lot of Lions fans gun shy, bro. I really do. So you didn't seen it too much. Them drafting guys that's injured, and they come in get injured again, don't give effort. But apparently, the Fords, they got doctors. Everybody got doctors. Um, and apparently, you know, apparently they doctors checked them out. So I mean, there you go. There you go. So, I mean, at the end of the day, I'm fine with it, bro. I mean, I just think you get the top 5 talent at 12. But had he had issues, had he made a mistake, um, had he made a mistake and took some crab legs, did something like that, they wouldn't have drafted him. They did draft James Houston, had a credit card issue, but I think at 6 is really minimum risk. I think drafting him at 6 is really, really minimum risk. So Um, so I don't really think that's a big deal for them. That's my opinion. I don't really think it's a big deal. So that's my opinion on it. So I mean, I think they'd be all right with 6th round pick having a credit card issue and scam issue, and they probably don't think he probably gonna make the team. Honestly, it's a long shot, and if he do get out of the line, it really ain't it's no big financial repercussions. So you waste the 6th round draft pick. You willing to go down, you willing to go back there, you willing to go back there and take risks. You feel me? Because you just like, you know, we need a top talented player. So I get it. So I definitely understand the process taking risks back there, but um, when you take a risk at number 12 with a guy like that, and he don't pan out, or his injury don't pan out, then it's trouble. It's definitely trouble, bro. So, um, because then you got to live with that on your books. You got to live with missing that pick. You got to live with that. So I mean, but I think he probably was my favorite pick. But like I said, I didn't know a lot of the players that they pick. I only seen the highlights of some of them, or I only or I only read the scouting report. So like I said before, only the guys I knew of that they drafted was the Illinois safety, and I heard about him. Was the Illinois safety, and Aiden Hutchinson and Jameson Williams. I seen them play on Saturdays and national championships and stuff of that nature. So, um, that was it for me. So, but you know, some people just gonna Lions piss in their face, they gonna roll with it. And they young fans who ain't been around. But says Lions Brad Holmes was just in love with wide receiver James Williams, wanted security of the 5th-year option. My thing is, bruh, they need to do away with that 5th-year option. I'm saying they need to do away with that 5th-year option. And you say why? Because it's bullcrap. And then you can control them players for 2 more years, so you can have a player on a rookie deal in 2 franchise tag years if you want to play the top price for 10 years, damn near a decade. And you know what the NFL stands for? Not for long. Despite Tom Brady playing for so long and whatever, and despite other players sticking around and playing for so long, bro, the average career is like 3 or 4 years, if that. That's what you got to understand. That's the first. It's not long, and they control these whole people careers. And you lucky if you get a second contract. You lucky if you get it fast. You lucky if you get it in a speedy process, because they don't be trying to pay them players, man. These players don't be trying to save their money. He said when we saw it was unfolding, we saw was a chance to possibly acquire Jameson. We were pretty set on going up and getting him home. Said via ESPN, and quoting again, it wasn't going up to get a wide receiver, it was going up to get him. That's not saying anything about the quarterbacks or anything like that. It was just the fact that Jameson was available. We felt good about going to get him. So it said we quote we have to do our part to make sure he's set up for success. We need to develop him. Home said we got to get healthy, but we do think we've got the right resource and structure in place. So he went on to say, this guy is gritty. He's a dog. He loves football. Home said he just fit what we were about. Once the conviction and the buy-in kept rising, then I started saying, okay, maybe being that he's one of those guys that we had great assembly, very even up at the top. Let's go. So I don't know. I guess he was talking. I don't know. So he said those guys, quote, those guys are going in the second round or later. There is a big picture viewpoint with their contract. Holmes said via Detroit News. Quote: "Those guys are really players. And after 3 or whatever it is, those guys want to get paid. Their contracts, those contracts are swelling at an alarming rate." Quote: "I would say it's good to have a fifth-year option on a guy like that when you look at the totality of it. But Jameson specifically, he was a guy where there was a total buy-in, total conviction. I was just in love with him. I said, look, this is a guy that we want to get, and I think he can be a game changer for us." So, Brad Holmes really like Jameson Williams. So hopefully he right. Hopefully he can stay healthy. If he don't, it's just continue to be it'll continue to be SOL. That's what it will be. It will continue to be SOL. That's what it will be. It will continue to be SOL. If he come in and get injured or injure the other knee, no matter what, oh, he was injury prone. He came in injured. That's what you're going to hear. But I like, he's my favorite pick. I like the talent. No doubt. No doubt. There's no, there's no there's no there's no denying that. And ACL injuries are evolving, and hopefully it doesn't become an issue, and hopefully the other leg doesn't become an issue, and hopefully he healthy and prosperous. But if he not, you just go back like they drafted Jelani Tabai, who came in with a shoulder surgery in their reach for him. I wasn't sure if Jameson Williams was going to go in the first round, with the injury. So I mean, that's something to look at. But Brad Holmes excited. I think that's my favorite pick. But like I said, I haven't seen a lot of the guys that they drafted. I just heard the Rush Scott report. So not saying that they bad guys, we have to wait and see. Last year's draft class was pretty solid, but it was plagued by injury. Melifanu, some of the undrafted free agents got injured. You know what I'm saying? So so that's something to look at. So, but just wait and see approach. Everybody already crowning, Brad Holmes is the GM, the GOAT GM, which I don't agree with, because the guy in the '90s did a great job with Barry and them. Herman Moore, Jermaine Cromwell would have been great. Jermaine Crowell would have been great. So, but let me know what you girls and guys think, man. Let me know what you think in the comment section. Thumbs up the video, share the video, subscribe to the channel, the subscribe button. It's the bell icon button. Hit all notifications, increase your chance, get notifications. We go live, drop a video. Want to financially support the channel? Cash App, $ CJ Good 313, Venmo CJ Good 313, PayPal link description. Check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist for more videos like this. Appreciate the love and support. Let me know what you girls and guys think in the comment section. One time for the one time. Let me know. Peace.